Hello and welcome to Little Jimmy's favorite podcast, Fedcast, coming to you from parts unknown. My name is Steve, and with me, of course...
Da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da.
Really?
Hey, you watched Raw.
I did.
Justin.
Yes. We're here to talk to you about the wacky world of ballroom dancing. Wrestling. For the week of April 8th, 2013.
And it really is that, because we're not really going back much.
No, we're really not.
This is going to be, well, not short and sweet, but we're just talking about Mania and Raw afterwards.
And frankly, it's probably the best way we should have done it anyway, because we're going to talk about Raw or Mania for quite a bit of time, so...
I probably think we'll talk about Raw more.
You think? Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, you're probably right. Lots of good shit happened.
Oh, yeah, hold on. Going back...
Oh, yeah.
We got around to kind of seeing the TNA One Night Only thing.
Well, you did. I haven't gotten around to it.
Let me just give the results quick. Christian York won an escape match, that cage match that the X Division used to do with like 5 dudes.
Oh, yeah.
And they brought back a bunch of guys like Alex Silva and Matt Bentley and Puma and Lindsay De Niro. That was cool.
I'm sure it was.
Doug Williams and Kid Cash beat Rashad Cameron and Tony Ness.
Yippee.
Cool. Chavo beat Robbie E. with
Meh.
Joseph Park as the ref.
Meh.
Kenny King beat Zema Ion, Rubix, and Mason Andrews.
Meh.
Bad Influence defeated Petey Williams and Sanjay Dutt.
Which doesn't make any sense.
RVD defeated Jerry Lynn in an ODQ match.
Sure.
This was part of Jerry Lynn's retirement tour.
Oh, really?
Because he's now done.
Yes.
We'll see how long that
Well,
lasts.
I mean, he's a pro wrestler, so he'll be retired till maybe next year.
And Austin Aries defeated Samoa Joe.
Alrighty then.
So, there you go.
Yippee.
That was the pay-per-view everyone was waiting for. I know. Contain your excitement, Steve.
I'm trying. And this isn't because I'm sick as a dog right now. It's just... Who cares? I mean, I'm sure it was cool to watch, and I'm sure it was great, but nothing happened.
Yeah.
So...
TNA, One Night Only.
Well done.
Oh, yeah. WrestleMania 29.
Yes.
Kind of happened.
Yeah, it really did.
It was, as Gorilla Monsoon has put it, a happening.
Yes, it was definitely happening.
It was good?
Yeah, I was happy with it.
Best one since 24?
Easily. There was a lot fewer times where I'm just groaning of just like, oh, fuck, really? Didn't really happen much this time around. Mm-hmm. No, I was happy. All was good. Matches were good.
We'll do the rundown.
Yes.
Right on. Pre-show.
Yep.
Miz beat Barrett for the
He did.
Intercontinental title.
Which was surprising, actually. I thought Barrett was going to retain. I really didn't think Miz was going to go over. We'll get to that, but yeah, no, I was really surprised. I didn't think Barrett was going to lose.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get to Raw.
Yeah. Main show.
Yes.
They start off with the Super Friends 3.0 versus the Shield.
Probably a good match to start with because I really didn't care.
Yep. But it was a good match.
Yeah, it was good.
Shield went over.
Which we all knew was going to happen. Although I kind of hoped they wouldn't.
Big Show did a somewhat revert back to heel, but not really. He was only a heel because he was left out of the match.
Yeah.
He's more of a sad panda than a
little bit.
heel.
Yeah, I didn't see much heel-like behavior aside from the fact that he just basically, pouted during the end of the match and then
punched out
Sheamus because he was sad.
Yeah. But other than that,
weird,
the Shield gets a push in Mania.
They do, yeah.
Right on.
Which they must have been happy.
Mark Henry and Ryback.
Exactly
what we
said.
It was cool.
Yeah, it was.
I like how it ended.
Yeah.
You have him lifted up, but he squashes him.
Yep.
But then you get him up because you need the WrestleMania moment of him shell-shocking Mark Henry.
But of course.
And it was, 10 minutes? Maybe a little longer than we expected?
It was longer than we expected, but still,
It was what it was.
It was short.
It was
and
exactly
ugly.
what we thought it would be. Ugly
short and ugly.
As crap.
Yeah.
Big E and Ziggy.
Yeah.
Versus Team Hell No for the tag titles.
Uh-huh.
Pretty quick match, too.
Yeah.
Hell No wins.
Yeah. Again, I was kind of surprised by that.
We figured Ziggler was just like, oh, well, the world title match is later. Maybe.
But, guess not.
No. Bandango. The world's most popular wrestler.
Yes.
Or
the world's finally catching up to us.
Or at least in the state of New Jersey,
Yes, but they're catching up to us. That's all
Quite
it is.
the entrance.
Yes.
With all the dancers and the...
his
little
nice
purple flame emblem that he has. And
you know what? The world's finally understanding what I've been saying. He's awesome, and now they're getting
this match was stiff. It was a little botchy.
Little
botchy on both ends though. Not just
God,
on Fandango.
no, it was definitely not Fandango's fault. No.
But there was a couple stiff kicks.
I think their timing was a little off.
Their timing was
off.
off.
That's all it was, yeah. I think their
pressure,
next match,
probably.
Yeah.
Their next match would probably Extreme Rules will probably be a little bit more.
I think so.
Tight.
Yes.
Diddy performed.
And this is where, even though I don't smoke anymore, I walked away.
It was short and sweet, though.
It was.
It wasn't like he was out there for 20 minutes.
Although it did seem like the "Hey, look at me, I used to be relevant" moment when he started it, where he sang two of his biggest hits from 1998.
Yep. To be fair, he really hasn't put much out in the last 10 years.
I bet you that's not true. I bet you we just stopped paying attention.
He did that Dirty Diddy Money stuff.
Yeah, but that was like 2 years ago. I guarantee you.
But that was one album, and it was
telling
really
me that within the 10 years before that, he did nothing. I'm sure he did something.
Something, but
I
not
just
of
don't
relevance.
care. Well, it's Diddy. It's
but wouldn't you
Papa,
rather?
it's
Okay,
Pop
to be
Diddy,
fair,
whatever the hell
wouldn't
his
you
name
rather
is.
see Diddy than Kid Rock?
No,
Like they did at WrestleMania 25.
I'd rather see Kid Rock because at least I know that I might get something that's no, they both suck. I can't even defend either one.
So
Frankly, I'm glad. I wish neither one of them had been there and we got somebody decent.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who. Hell, I would have
Jay-Z?
Jay-Z would have been good. Surprised he wasn't there. Hell, it's fucking New Jersey.
Probably couldn't afford him.
Bon Jovi.
I know.
You don't think?
It don't fit.
Sure, it could.
No.
Oh yeah, Diddy fits perfectly well, but Bon Jovi not so much.
A lot more than Bon Jovi would have.
I'd still rather Bon Jovi.
Well, that's a personal opinion.
True. I'm not the biggest fan of Bon Jovi, but I'd rather him than fucking Diddy.
Fair enough.
That's right.
World Heavyweight title match.
Yep.
This is where they punish Swagger. He
Little
has an
bit.
entrance with a buggy.
Mm-hmm.
You don't see it because he's already in the ring by the time
Yeah.
the promo package comes back.
That was fucking weird.
Zeb Coulter does get a very hate speechy portion here.
Promo. Yeah. I'm surprised they gave him that much at WrestleMania, but it is what it is.
And then Del Rio comes out.
He does.
And promptly defeats Jack Swagger, as we all thought he would. And then did Ziggler cash in? No.
No,
Not even close.
No.
The minute you saw Del Rio celebrating, you're like, oh, he's not even hobbling. It's not happening.
He's happy, so there's no point. Mm-hmm. But yeah, no, it didn't happen. So the world was unhappy.
Mm-hmm. And then the first of the big three.
Yes.
Not going on exactly where we thought it would.
No,
CM Punk versus The Undertaker. CM Punk wearing the old school Undertaker colors, as I pointed out.
Yes, that was
and
awesome.
coming out to the actual good musical performance,
Exactly.
Living Color.
Yes, which, for you younger generation out there, which is probably most of you, the band that performs, that's an actual band. They existed in the early 90s.
And they're from New York.
They
so
are.
It all ties in.
Yes. It was awesome.
Yeah.
That was so cool to see.
You rarely see the heel getting an entrance like that.
And it's so, aside from the fact that we already knew about it, kind of unexpected.
Yep.
Kind of cool. Very, I enjoyed the shit out of it. And they
Taker,
played the whole fucking song.
Yep. And then Taker comes out with the zombies.
Yep.
Reaching
That
out.
was really cool looking.
And then he doesn't even have the WrestleMania Undertaker. He has his own special little.
Yeah. He's got the old school
at the
Undertaker logo, which I just fed into everyone's thought that he was going to lose and the streak was going to end.
Not only did he not lose,
No.
he actually dominated mostly. He didn't dominate, but
no.
He didn't end the match on his back, gasping
Yeah.
for air like he has the last 2 years.
Yeah,
2 years ago when he fought Triple H, he got carted off legitimately. So
so it doesn't seem like it actually just makes Punk look like a better worker in that he didn't destroy the Undertaker like Triple H did.
No, he destroyed himself.
Yes. Oh, he almost killed himself.
The flying elbow where he banged his knees off the announce table. The invincible announce
poor
table.
bastard, man.
And then he had to go and wrestle another 10-15 minutes.
Yeah, the fucking... Okay, they must have switched the regular announce table with the Spanish announce table because it did not fall apart at all. It didn't move. It didn't even move.
But obviously the best match of the night.
Oh, God, yeah.
Far and away.
Oh, hell yes.
But we all knew.
There was no surprise.
There was
and
no surprise
if Taker comes back and does it again next year and flat out is just like, I want Punk again, I'd be like, yes, you do. I'm all for it. Mm-hmm. We're good.
Triple H versus Brock Lesnar.
Mm-hmm.
A note.
Yes.
That stuff that he walked through and was covered in him.
Yes.
Was dry ice.
Was that what that was? Because
Triple H wrestled. No, I make the jokes, but Triple H wrestled with dry ice burns that whole match.
Yeah.
And didn't flinch.
Yeah.
That makes him infinitely tougher than either of us will ever be.
Sir.
He didn't flinch. That was dry ice on him.
That's what that was? That was dry ice burn? Shit. Wow.
And he wrestled a whole match, with Brock Lesnar.
Oh my god.
And then, on the other side...
I feel bad for making fun of him.
And on the other side of things,
yes,
Brock Lesnar got knocked out in the first minute of that match, and he still continued to wrestle a 20-minute match.
I want to see that again, because I didn't see that happen.
Apparently it was early in the match, it was a flying knee, it knocked him out legitimately, and then he woke up and wrestled another 20 minutes.
Whoa.
Brock Lesnar looking the best in shape of his life.
Yes.
Of course, after the match he was gasping for air because he doesn't have much of an intestine anymore.
No.
And between the Shawn Michaels spots with Paul Heyman and the legitimate knocking out and the use of the stairs, which haven't been used in a while.
No.
And Brock Lesnar throwing Triple H through the table.
Yes.
It's like, this is how it's done, CM Punk. Bang!
Yeah, which, CM Punk was backstage just going, oh, fuck, come on! I jumped on the damn thing. Nothing really, fuck you.
To be fair, CM Punk is the size of Brock Lesnar's arm.
True.
So,
true.
Yeah, I think this match is a lot better than people are probably giving it credit for.
Well, it was placed in the wrong spot.
Yeah.
It should have been even, I would say, before the World Championship match.
Yeah.
I would put it there.
Yeah.
Because then, the crowd could cool off during the World Championship match, because frankly, that's what they were going to do anyway.
I think that was the issue. I think because except for the whole Triple H match, then Hall of Fame, then the event, there was no real space given.
Yeah.
It was kind of just CM Punk match, Triple H match, and then if it wasn't for the Hall of Fame, it would have been the big three in a row, and the crowd's just going to be dead.
Yep.
And I mean, they got a little bit of a cool down when they brought the Hall of Famers out. Oh, Triple H won, by the way.
Yes, well, obviously.
Obviously, he's still wrestling. Good for him. Brock impressive, though.
Oh, God, yes.
Hall of Fame. Mm-hmm. They toted out the Hall of Famers like they usually do.
Yep.
Bruno Sammartino got, obviously, the main stage.
Pop, he was the big man.
Because he was, obviously, the get.
Yes,
big get
of course.
This year for the Hall of Fame. Of course, Trish Stratus.
Yes.
Who's revealed to be pregnant.
Very much so,
Good for her.
Hey, Aces.
And Mick Foley, always good to see him, and Bob Backlund crazy as ever.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why Maria Menounos inducted him.
She likes him? Question mark.
I don't know. I guess they couldn't get Jonathan Taylor Thomas to do it. I think you got that, and that's about it. I don't think anybody else is good.
No.
I don't even think anyone listening knows who Jonathan Taylor Thomas is.
You know what? I feel envious of you people, but no. Nice poll.
Mm-hmm.
How do you know that?
I'm not from this planet.
Fair enough. Okay. After that disturbing note, you'll notice one thing we're not talking about is the 8-person tag match.
It didn't happen. Well, it happened.
Yeah, it
just
happened.
Not on Mania.
And somebody pointed this out to me on Tuesday. It really is starting to irk me. Like, why didn't they say something? Why didn't they just say, "Hey, we're running out of time. Tune in."
Well, they don't want to admit that they're running out of time.
Oh, fuck!
It looks weak.
Oh, fuck them.
You know what I mean?
It just pisses me off. I wish they.
Because you saw it on Raw when they showed it. The thing they didn't show it like with the Raw logo.
No, they
showed the WrestleMania logo.
And they even came out in their Mania garb because that wasn't intended for Raw. But we'll get to that.
But the main event.
But that kind of bugs me. I just wish they would just have said something.
And to show that they really didn't have much time, main event time came, and Cena came to the ring, and The Rock came to the ring. Yeah. There was no musical performances.
No fanfare, no nothing.
There was no. I mean, there were some fireworks, but that was about it. That was cool. Throughout the night when they would shoot up fireworks. Outside of the stadium. Like when Del Rio came out and it was like the Mexican flag colors. And, that was cool.
Mm-hmm.
But the match happened. It was better than last year.
It was a decent match.
The only thing, again, the crowd was just.
Well, they're spent already at this point.
Like
you gave him the punk. You gave him the Punk Taker, right? Then you gave him no cool off time, and then you gave him Brock and Triple H. Now at this point, they're dead.
Yeah.
So then you throw in Rock and Cena. And
a match that they probably don't really care about to begin with.
Exactly.
Nobody really cared about this match going into it.
They're just, I mean, these two could have put on the best match they could have, and I think they did.
Yeah, that's the best match that they could have put on.
And
up to the point where The Rock hurt himself.
Pretty much.
So.
And that's it. Like, what was going to happen? The crowd just didn't care, and I feel sorry for them. I really do, because it wasn't a terrible match. It was all right.
And I mean, people are probably getting on them about the fact that there was like 10,000 AAs and 10,000 Rock Bottoms, and they used each other's moves on them, and there was so many kickouts, but...
they're trying to create drama. Plain and simple, right?
The way I look at it is, you don't want to shit on the internet crowd again, but, they love stuff like ROH.
Yeah.
I've been to ROH events, so have you. I've seen dudes kick out of, like, top rope screw pile drivers, and they're just like, oh, yeah, that was awesome.
I know.
But the minute The Rock kicks out of an AA, bullshit, boo.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I don't want to say it, but, yeah, no, it's absolutely true. Like, a Ring of Honor match is a spot fest with nothing but false finishes.
But that's good.
What it is. I got no argument with that. I have no complaints about that. But apparently, if the WWE does it, then boo. And I don't get that. I really don't. It's just, it's insane.
So this match was good. This card was good.
The card was great.
I think a lot of people might be. I haven't really heard anything because I'm trying to stay away from negative comments.
Yes.
But I think if anyone had a problem with this Mania, it's mainly because they had a problem with it before it started.
Yeah.
So if you go into it not wanting to like it, you're going to hate it no matter what they do.
Yeah. I think that's
these guys busted their ass.
Oh, yeah.
The Brock Triple H match was better than the first one. The Rock Cena match was better than the first one. CM Punk Undertaker lived up to the hype. The World Title match, which was actually a nothing match, was actually really good. It might have been a lot better than the storyline gave it.
Oh God, yeah.
Sure, Fandango had an auspicious beginning.
Whatever, he's all right.
And he just debuted at WrestleMania.
Yeah, I gotta say,
Big E was impressive.
Yeah, he was good. I have no problem with Fandango. I mean, yeah, it's a little botchy here and there, but it's not a bad match.
It wasn't just on him, though.
No,
it was on
not
Jericho
at all.
as
Jericho.
Well.
Jericho might be maybe showing a little bit of rust.
Yeah.
Fandango's new. You throw that together, you're gonna have a little bit of botches here and there, but it wasn't a bad match by any stretch. No. So, what's the problem?
It was a good show.
Yeah, I was happy with it.
Thumbs up.
Yeah, aces.
Raw.
Yes.
We'd obviously be remiss to not mention the Izod Energy Center crowd.
Yeah.
Where it kind of went into business for themselves on this night.
Yeah.
And I think this crowd
has
now set a precedent
that
we will see at other WWE events. ROH events, other independent wrestling events, because now the thing is now going to be, as a crowd, as a group, we need to be the best that we can be, guys.
And you know what? If this doesn't make other crowds better, then shame on every crowd ever, because these guys were awesome.
Now we can't speak for the SmackDown crowd because that's obviously edited.
Yes,
but now every Raw crowd has a. Has a bar.
Yes, the bar has been raised, son. The bar has been raised. This crowd was awesome. They were
even WWE had to say something on WWE.com.
They were just, and they, not only on the show, they were talking about just the crowd seems to be enjoying themselves.
Yeah.
And and every wrestler that could do it mentioned it. Cena mentioned it. Cena was just talking about sexual chocolate and you want to have sex with chocolate, and then they're doing Feed Me More. He's like, now you want to eat it? What the hell?
No, that's what I gotta give credit to Cena on this night because he let them get their shit in.
Oh, he did.
He fed them more stuff to say, and he started off the night. He started off the night coming out in his really ugly new shirt.
Yeah, it was funny at first, but it looks stupid.
It's gonna sell. It's gonna
sell like hotcakes, but. I mean, it would be funnier if there was no championship belt on the bottom of it. That'd be a great belt, or shirt.
But he comes out, obviously, post-WrestleMania celebration. People are booing him. And he doesn't care.
No.
He's just fine, you want to boo me? Go ahead.
Yep.
This crowd's awesome.
Yeah, he did the heel turn comment, which I thought was clever. Well done.
He did the victory dance, did the heel turn, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
And because The Rock is hurt.
Yes.
And won't probably be wrestling it.
Although the crowd did not believe this.
No, nobody believes it. Everyone's saying it's a work, but...
I don't think so.
No, he's hurt.
He's legitimately hurt.
Mark Henry comes out. And he wants his title shot.
Yes.
And this is where the sexual chocolate comes. He's trying, I know he's trying really hard not to smile.
Oh, God, yeah. How could you not? You have an entire crowd, a huge fucking crowd, chanting your old gimmick that you must have loved. Mm-hmm. How could you not smile? And he did a damn good job of not smiling. I'll give him that.
And he's just like, don't pay attention to them.
Yeah.
You got jokes, huh? See that?
Yeah.
He really did a good job of playing the monster heel like he's supposed to.
Yes, although that must have been the hardest night of his life.
Q Booker T, who is the general manager of SmackDown.
And apparently Raw.
I mean, to be fair, it did get called out on the show. Like,
it did.
Technically, seeing that he's a general manager and Vicky Guerrero's just a supervisor...
He technically has more power.
He has more rank. He has more pull.
However, is it not on SmackDown, not Raw?
Mark Henry's technically a SmackDown wrestler.
Okay, good point. But so do they even have differentiating?
I don't think they do anymore.
Okay,
but either way,
be more clear, please.
He makes a match.
Yes.
If Mark Henry defeats John Cena, he gets a WWE Championship match. Cue the first match. Daniel Bryan versus Big E. Great match. Big E impressive again. He gets the win. What else more to say? Match number 2. And here's where we get into an interesting thing.
Yes.
It's for the IC title. Miz versus Barrett. Here's the thing.
Yeah.
It was an amazing match.
It was a great match.
It was hands down way better than the WrestleMania pre-show match.
Yes, it was.
But the winner of the match
was
Wade Barrett.
Now, I don't know why. Why?
Did the Miz do something after WrestleMania that was conspicuous?
Did he hit on Stephanie McMahon at the after party?
I don't know.
Because
is it to give him a WrestleMania moment and then take it away from him?
But that's not a WrestleMania moment. He was on the pre-show.
I don't know.
This one is going to go unanswered, I'm guessing.
Yeah, Wade Barrett wins, and
we don't know why.
Takes the title back.
Yes.
Because they probably got cold feet.
Yeah, I guess.
Q Team Bricky.
Yeah.
And Sheamus asking for a shot at the Big Show because he's mad, don't you know, fella?
Grr.
Because he got punched in the face.
He did.
He did not appreciate that one iota.
Not at all, fella.
Commercial break.
Yep.
Well, he got the match.
He did, yes.
But then we come back to commercial break, and Randy Orton kind of asked Booker T. And this is where...
Now this is your whole Mark Henry's a SmackDown wrestler thing calls into question, because if I'm not mistaken... Randy Orton is mainly a Raw wrestler.
But this is where Randy Orton says, you're a general manager, she's just a supervisor,
yes.
You got more rank.
See, now the whole thing's being called into question again.
But Booker T gives him this match?
Yes, and I didn't know Booker T was that easy to manipulate.
He's, well...
Sucker.
Randy Orton's quite the talker.
No.
I know.
No, he's not. He's about as good a talker as he is a wrestler.
But he got his match.
Yes.
Apparently.
Maybe.
Question mark? Zeb Coulter.
Yes.
And Jack Swagger.
Yes.
In a handicap match versus Alberto Del Rio.
Another
great match.
Yes, now I'm questioning...
Coulter didn't come in at all.
Yeah, Coulter did nothing, so...
Don't know why. This is probably where the Coulter Swagger train gets slowed down considerably.
I'm going to go with yes. And why is that?
It's because Q Dolph Ziggler...
Yes.
With briefcase, all beaten up and all.
Yes.
Hands it to the ref. Ricardo does not make the interception this time, probably because he's a broken foot and he can't run away with it.
So this is all planned.
And yeah. We kind of have a new World Heavyweight Champion.
Yes, we do.
I don't know why they didn't do this at WrestleMania. I've had time to think about it, and my theory is that they didn't want to outshine the 3 big matches.
I really don't think this would have done that.
I'm just going by what they're thinking.
Yeah, no,
now, it would have been great for WrestleMania. Mm-hmm. And they even chanted, "We want Ziggler" after the Alberto Del Rio match.
They certainly did, yes.
They even did it during this match.
Yes, they did.
But they probably just didn't want to do it at WrestleMania. They wanted to do it the night after.
Yep.
he even said, this might be a day after, but this is my Mania moment.
And it was good. It was,
whether it happened at Mania, whether it happened on Raw, whether it happened on Saturday Morning Slam,
at least
all that mattered. It finally happened. He cashed in. Mm-hmm. He didn't lose it by the end of the night.
And it looked like a couple times they did a good job for making us think he might lose it.
Yeah. I mean, this was the first time where the guy actually got a move on the casher-inner.
And he attempted to actually fight back and did a pretty decent job, except for the fact that Swagger had been working on his leg the whole time, and his leg was fucked up.
Yeah.
Quote unquote, of course.
But new world champion.
We have a new champion.
Good stuff. The Undertaker.
Yeah.
Proving that he's not just here for WrestleMania.
Did he really, though? Well, I guess he's going to be part of Super Friends Part 4.
Maybe.
I'm guessing.
Stuff happened at SmackDown. We'll get into it next week.
Oh, really?
Yep. But for now...
Yes.
The Undertaker. Mm-hmm. Coming out. Mm-hmm. Before he really says anything, he says a little bit.
He says, at least he starts out by saying he actually finished it. It's like he dedicated the match to Paul Bearer, and then cue the Shield.
Yep. And the crowd went mental. They're like, oh, shit.
Now, here's my question,
Shit just got real.
Here's my question, though. How dumb is the Shield?
Yeah.
Honestly. You know who his brother is, right?
Yeah.
Like, I know you're not really all that afraid of Kane, but Kane and The Undertaker aren't called the brothers of puppies. Mm-hmm. They're kind of the brothers of destruction. And they're called that because they kill everything.
But how was that for a moment?
Oh, that was a hell of a fucking moment.
The Shield interrupting The Undertaker.
Yes. And if nothing else, The Undertaker would rip your sack off.
And The Undertaker's like, that's fine, you want to dance? All right. He took off his garbage.
Yeah, he was ready to go. Like, he didn't care that there was 3 of them.
And then cue
the fireworks, yes.
And that was awesome, though.
Yeah.
They're on the apron, and the fireworks go off. Yeah. And they're like, oh, shit.
And they jump down. Like,
and Team Hell No come run into the ring. Shield scatter away because it's a fair fight.
And, well, it's actually not quite a fair fight for the Shield anymore.
And Daniel Bryan probably got a little bit wet.
Oh, I'm sure he did.
I'm standing in between Kane and the fucking Undertaker right now.
My life is good right now.
I think I'm good. I don't have the world title, but I think I'm good.
Yeah. Like, this is my life right now. What did you do today? I hung out in the ring with Kane and the Undertaker. Ha ha ha.
I win.
Top that.
I win the world. I think he won Raw.
Yeah.
I think he won
Raw. Yes, he definitely won Raw.
Ziggler review. This is where he goes crazy, and this was one of those legitimate. Even though he's a heel, he's like,
yeah,
fuck it, I'm champion. He probably just wanted to be like, fuck you, double fuck you.
Yep, you're cool, fuck you.
I was a caddy, a cheerleader, now I'm world champion. Fuck you.
That's true.
And then in a weird match. I guess because they're still technically in New Jersey, a team led by Zack Ryder, Santino Marella, and R-Truth.
Or as I like to call them, the New Freak Squad.
Yep. Fought 3MB.
Yeah.
And won.
I don't know why this happened.
I don't know.
It's just... It's the Raw after Mania. You don't need filler. You've got a lot to talk about. You're good.
To be fair, Ryder got a chance because they're in New Jersey, so...
Yes.
Which is close to his hometown of...
I guess.
Long Island.
I guess.
So good for him.
Yeah, aces.
Getting a win and a win in his...
He didn't really get to win.
His team
His team got it. I mean, they still gave it to Santino, who's, from Ontario. What up? Just saying.
Big Show interview.
Yes.
Where he's not really a heel. He's just like, listen.
He's a sad panda. That's all he is.
I wanted to be in the match. They didn't want me in the match, so I showed them who's the boss.
He looked like he was going to cry. I don't understand what's going on here. I don't get it.
Stupid. Randy Orton.
Stupid Orton and Sheamus. I'm going to punch him now.
Meh.
I don't want to play with them anymore.
Cue Sheamus and Orton.
Yes.
Come to the ring. Thinking they both have a match with the Big Show. Mm-hmm. But the tables are turned, you see.
Are they, though? Because here's where I get confused.
This is where Super Nintendo Guerrero and Booker T come out.
No. Before that. Mm-hmm. All right, because there was something that happened before this. Now, it sounded to me, I could be wrong, but it sounded to me like Michael Cole and King were saying, hey, WWE Universe, decide for us. It sounded like that.
It was a Twitter thing. It wasn't an official Raw active. If it's a
sounded...
Raw active,
yeah.
then they say it's a Raw active
right.
that you pick.
Okay.
But this was just, they want people on Twitter,
yeah.
and this is an opinion-based thing. And for some reason, even if it's an opinion-based thing, Randy Orton still got more votes.
He got a lot more votes.
Yeah, so I don't know.
I don't know who likes Randy Orton, but I guess they really don't like Sheamus and Big Show.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, we've seen that a lot.
You're kidding.
In the end of last year.
I've come to the conclusion, though, I'm not a big fan of either of them. Sheamus or Orton.
Fair enough.
Orton more so than Sheamus, but I already knew I hated Orton.
Mm-hmm.
Sheamus is new. I didn't think I'd dislike him, but I kind of just don't like him.
You don't like his face.
Well, no, it's not even that, because I would never want to say that, because he'll kill me.
Fair enough.
I don't know. I don't like, there's something about him I can't stand. I don't hate him as much as Orton, but, you know.
Is it because he's a ginger?
No, I'm not jumping on that bandwagon.
Okay.
I don't know. Don't like the look of him, I guess.
Fair enough. You don't like the cut of his jib.
Maybe.
Not
yeah.
right.
Just saying.
Cue Super Nintendo Guru and Hall of Fame General Manager Booker T.
That's a lot of title.
I know. It's a lot of words in one sentence.
It is.
They kind of come together.
Do they?
And decide, as a collective brain trust, that
must be
Orton versus Sheamus.
Yeah.
And the winner gets Big Show, or...
I don't know. They don't really say what the winner gets, but...
No, they say...
Did they say?
They get Big Show, but I don't know if it's... Like,
winner?
At a later date, or...
No, they don't say... I mean, if I had to guess, I would say it's Extreme Rules, but...
Right.
You never know.
But Big Show comes out.
Yep.
It was a good match. It was like a pay-per-view quality match.
Yeah, it was good.
Big Show comes out at the end, though.
Yep.
And gets his heat back by throwing Sheamus into a post, and Sheamus is dispatched quickly.
Yes.
And then he proceeded to beat the holy hell out of Randy Orton.
Yes, he did. He stopped being a sad panda and started being an angry panda.
And beat about 17 shades of shit into Randy Orton.
Yes, pretty much.
Throwing him across the table, and...
Yeah, no, he was really unhappy, and Orton felt every little bit of that. It was brutal as fuck.
Yeah. And then he just leaves.
Yeah.
Like he does.
Yeah.
Fandango.
Yes.
This is where the crowd got even more awesome, because we haven't been mentioning them through the show, but they've been going nuts for guys like Ziggler and Taker. There was a Michael Cole, Jerry Lawler, JBL chant all in a row.
I can't believe they chanted Michael Cole, and even Michael Cole mentioned it. He was like, "I got chanted tonight. I love this place."
Yeah, and they even chanted, "We are awesome."
Yeah, and they were right.
Yeah, they were correcting that.
Yeah.
But the chant of the night,
was
Fandango's theme music.
This was my favorite.
What I don't get is that he's been around for about a month.
Yeah.
This theme music has been around for a month. But all of a sudden, people are just realizing, wait a minute, and the crowd actually created a dance.
They did.
It was like just two hands in the air.
And it's a dance, all right.
And it's a dance, it's a craze, it's everything.
And yes, I do believe now
it's the hottest thing that's hit the WWE since fucking Slice
What?
Since what, actually?
Yeah, and I do believe now that because of this, every single match Fandango has is the crowd at some point in time is going to break into his theme song.
That's the problem, kind of.
Is that a problem? I'm all for this.
If they make him a face, it's awesome.
Yes, I don't care if he's a heel. It's cool.
I don't think Vince McMahon thinks it's cool.
Oh, who gives a shit what Vince thinks? As long as Fandango doesn't get kicked out, we're good.
No, I'm happy.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
This fucking thing's gonna go viral.
You're damn right it will.
We're going to ROH in about a month. I can bet your ass.
I know.
Either we're gonna start it, or somebody else is gonna start a fucking Fandango song chant.
$5 says we started, but you know.
But
yeah,
make a shirt. What are you doing now? Now. I saw online someone did one of the those keep calm and carry on things.
Yeah.
Someone did a keep calm and da 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 da. Put that on a fucking t-shirt.
Oh my god.
Make a hot pink fluorescent t-shirt with that fucking with the fucking Fandango logo.
Yeah.
And keep calm and da 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 da.
That's money.
That's $1 million right there.
Copyright. Just saying.
Well, we didn't create the meme, so don't think we can copyright.
Dude, you never think of the big picture in this shit, do you? Oh my god.
We need to make money somehow and
that's
keep
right.
calm and da-da-da-da-da.
I'm all for that. That could work.
But he technically had a match.
Yeah, sort of.
It was a little bit of a match with Kofi, and then Jericho kind of came in and ruined it because they're going to have a match presumably at Extreme Rules.
I'm going to guess so.
So, good for him. He's still being carried along by Jericho, and now he's the hottest thing in the company.
Well done.
Who would have thought?
Who would have thought little Fandango would have something good for him?
Good for him.
Yeah, and no, like I said, the rest of the world finally caught up to us because we've been singing his praises.
I love
for
in the
like
back of his head, he's just like, "Fuck you, Vince! You give me a goddamn stupid gimmick. I made it work."
Look what I did with your fucking gimmick, bitch.
Heyman interview.
Yeah.
Good man.
Yeah.
Brock Lesnar's here for a fight. Ah, wait, no, he gets paid to fight, so no.
Yep.
And CM Punk will explain how he feels next week. Yeah. So, good stuff for Heyman. And then the match 8 of the night. Road Scholars and the Bellas versus Team. It almost got left off the show. That'd be funny if they just kept doing it. If they just keep leaving him off the show.
It'd be like Matt Damon on Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah, keep promoting it and
never let it happen.
But they came out in clear WrestleMania gear.
Yeah, definitely.
That was clearly WrestleMania gear they were all wearing, all 8 of them.
Yep.
Solid match, I guess.
For the 5 minutes they gave it.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's cool to see, they have their own attire now.
Yeah,
tons of funk, and it even says tons of funk on the Titantron.
Yeah, no, this was definitely the Mania debut of this team, sadly. We don't get much of one. It was on Raw and it was 5 minutes, but...
To be fair, the match on Mania probably would have been just as long.
It would have been a little longer.
Yeah?
A little bit. They would have given him a little bit of time.
The thing, just to go back quickly to WrestleMania, thing some people were complaining about is all the PSAs. And I think they have a point. There is a good 20, 30 minutes of PSAs.
Yeah, and you cut half of those and there's your fucking match, right?
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe. Perhaps.
To be fair, they got to do rah-rah-rah.
They have to do it.
The Make-A-Wish stuff and support the troops.
Well,
and the opening with Hurricane Sandy. That's all stuff they had to do and talk about and cover.
It's in all fairness, these are all charities that they're involved in.
Yeah.
So, yes, there's a lot of PSAs, but they have to. This is what they do. You can't really hate a company for doing this much charity.
Exactly.
There's a special place in hell for people who care and give this much stuff about it.
I'm sure there's someone going, "Fuck you, you dying children, you piece of garbage."
Exactly.
Like, what? Vince is just like, no. What?
What are you
How am
talking
I
about?
the bad guy here? Wait a minute.
So,
what happened?
that's your sort of debate is, can you really complain about that? Yeah, sure. I wish I'd seen the Tons of Funk match on WrestleMania 2, and yes, I'm sure this would have... this was probably why it was left off, but you can't really fight it, because it's like, do you really want to go be the guy who just goes, "I wanted to see my match, why did we need to see that Stop Bullying Now campaign?" I'm sorry.
How do you say that without not looking like a gigantic dick?
Exactly, so, you take the good with the bad.
So there you go. Speaking of the good with the bad, Mark Henry versus John Cena.
Oh, there's the bad.
Thankfully it was quick.
Yeah.
Because clearly Mark Henry's not going to be John Cena's opponent.
No.
This was kind of like when Kane... You remember when Kane came back?
Oh, yeah.
And it was Mark Henry versus John Cena?
Yeah.
And then Mark Henry kind of moved to the side and left because Kane heel turned?
Yeah, I remember that.
This kind of happened again.
Yeah, it did.
Mark Henry thrown to the side, discarded as usual, to make room for Ryback, who proceeded to meat hook clothesline John Cena and give him the old salute.
Yes, which nicely done.
Pick up the belt and just stand over Cena and just basically go, "Fuck you."
Yeah, pretty much.
Of course, he was probably being cheered this whole time.
He was. For a smart crowd, they really seemed to like Ryback, which I found odd.
Because he heel turned on Cena.
Yeah, that's true.
And now Ryback is where he belongs.
Yes, I don't know why it never occurred to them before. It's like, we have this big monster of a guy who looks like he's going to explode every 5 seconds. Let's make him a good guy.
Yeah, new.
I don't understand.
Now he's a staunch monster.
Yes.
Heel.
He's exactly what he should be now. Life is good.
And he's just as big, just as strong as John Cena. And he's the Ultimate Warrior to John Cena's Hulk Hogan.
Exactly.
And that's how it's going to be promoted for Extreme Rules, because this is rumors, of course.
Yes.
The match now, because The Rock is hurt.
Yes. So who knows when The Rock is going to come back for
Now,
this.
people are mad.
Yes.
I guess, because The Rock's not coming back to wrestle at Extreme Rules, and I'm sure people aren't going to be too happy about Ryback versus Cena, but Ryback as a heel versus John Cena?
Could be interesting.
is a lot better than Ryback mutual respect match.
Yeah.
Quote
unquote, no, I prefer. Trust me, I prefer the heel version because Ryback as a heel could be entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
He's never going to be a good wrestler or anything like that, but at least his antics could be good.
Yeah.
You know, I wouldn't mind seeing him pound the shit out of somebody.
Yeah.
You know, and actually do it, as opposed to the whole I'm the face, so I'm not going to do too much to you.
Exactly. As a heel, he could do a lot more.
Exactly.
Punishment.
Yeah.
And I don't know what happens to the Feed Me More chance. I mean, he could turn that kind of into a heel
I think
chant.
it'll still happen. I don't see a problem.
Right.
I don't see a problem with it.
Do you think he'll as a heel now, when people do the Goldberg chant, he'll be like, "No, shut up, shut up."
Maybe, or maybe he still gets off on it. Who knows?
So, as a overall product,
yes,
Mania and the Raw after it, because I'm considering it a total package.
Oh, it was fucking aces.
Both.
Yeah, I was happy.
Do you agree with my theory that when they put out the WrestleMania Blu-ray in like 2 months or whatever,
yes,
that they include this Raw?
If they don't, I'll be pissed.
On it.
They probably won't, which pisses me off, but I would love to see it. They better do it.
You can't rank Raws, really, because there's been over 1,000 of them at this point.
Yeah, you can't really...
But as far as recent memory goes...
It's been amazing.
Can you...
No.
Think of a better Raw, start
Singular,
to finish.
No.
At least including all the ones that have been 3 hours.
Yeah, no.
Because this 3 hours flew
by.
Yeah,
no, it was fast. There was no part of me that was just
It wasn't what's going on? Why is it dragging on? No, it was well paced.
Yeah.
It flew by.
I'm
hearing some people saying it was actually better than Mania.
I've heard that as well, actually. There's been a couple people saying that Raw was much better than Mania. I don't know if I'd go that far.
They're saying, I'd rather pay $70 to watch this than
I don't know about that.
No, it's too, obviously,
it's too different.
Extreme statement, but...
But, I mean, this is a package. Like, say you had to pay for Raw. If this were your, you had to pay like $100 to get Raw and that Mania, that'd be definitely worth your price, I would think.
Yeah.
Hence the Blu-ray, say, $40, you get the two. I'd be a happy camper. You'd get my $40.
Yeah.
I'd pick it up in a heartbeat, so...
It was a quick week.
Yeah.
That's kind of it.
Pretty much.
We were forgetting to mention our Twitter on our last episode.
Did we?
Yep.
Really?
On both the episode and the bonus episode.
Well, in all fairness, I sort of dropped the ball on Twitter anyway, which I've rectified. Mm-hmm. I posted today.
You did?
I will be posting tonight.
There you go.
So that'll be happening.
We should mention the handle.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. See, this is why we don't do it very well, because we're new to this. Give us time, folks. It's at Fedcast Podcast. Follow us on Twitter. Tweet us. Twitter us. I don't know.
I mean, we'll like I said, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
We'll Twitter more. Or tweet more during the shows. Well, not maybe during live the shows, but when we're watching them.
When we watch them, because, neither one of us tends to watch it live, so...
No time.
We'll tend to tweet.
It's a dumb...
words.
Yeah.
We'll do it when we watch it. Might be 3 days later or whatever, but we might say a thing here and there, just to throw something out there, so...
Cool.
Yeah.
Next week, Friday. The show's gonna be up on Friday.
Okay.
I really do wish that it was kind of like the same day every week, but life gets in the way. We
have lives. Sorry, folks.
Yeah.
Things like that get in the way. It does happen.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
And that's about it.
Yeah,
for this
I guess
week.
So.
You were Steve.
You were Justin.
That was Fedcast.
See ya, folks.